Hey, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel. On point reviews all day, every day. Welcome back yet again guys, and I know I have been incredibly busy for the past few weeks, but thank you for tuning in guys. I mean, when I do have time to make videos, I'm gonna go make them, okay? So today we are going to talk about the trilogy, okay? So finally I got all three. I was supposed to make this video last year, but you know, a lot of things happened. But today we're gonna make the trilogy video. We're gonna make the trilogy video on Amouage Interlude Man, all right, which is a legend in the fragrance world. Okay, this fragrance is well known. You've got a huge following. There are also some guys that just enjoy owning this because it's a very unpredictable perfume. Okay, so not only is there a cult following of people that already enjoy it, but there are a lot of guys that enjoy experimenting with it, such as wearing this to work and putting on 8 sprays. Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of hype when it comes to Interlude Man. Last year was a big year for Interlude Man, okay, and I think fragrance in general, all right, which is really counterintuitive. It lets you know that this fragrance community is very counterintuitive, because last year we were mostly at home, you know, and we weren't outdoors. Matter of fact, we had masks on, right? Whenever we would walk outside, we would have masks on. But last year was a big year for fragrance, okay? For the fragrance world. It was really huge. So big, in fact, that Amouage released 2 other Interlude Man, you can say versions or flankers, last year. Within the same year alone, they released 2 more. Okay, and that really shocked me. Okay, so last year was my first foray into Interlude Man. I purchased Interlude Man Black Iris, which was a very hyped Interlude Man flanker right here. So this is not the original, all right, Black Iris, and I was so happy with it. You know, matter of fact, I mean, if you look at the bottle, I mean, I already used probably 80% of Interlude Man Black Iris, especially during the cold weather. Okay. And then I also purchased the original Interlude Man as part of the miniature bottle set of Amouage. So I do have the miniature bottle set, and I have the original Interlude Man right here. Okay, and I barely used this. Okay, this is only for actually testing purposes. Okay, and then late last year, okay, right when I thought, okay, no more fragrances, no more buying fragrances, out of nowhere comes this $480 Interlude Man 53, okay, which is basically Interlude Man with 53% oil concentration and also a 6-month maceration time. That came out too, and it was like $480, and I was like, what? It's like basically double of Interlude Man. So I didn't buy that, obviously. I mean, looking at what I already had, I mean, I'm not gonna finish this, not in 1 or 2 years. I just got myself a vial of Interlude Man 53. Okay, so now that we have all 3, we finally get to talk about this. Okay, instead of making, you know, individual videos, I just decided, let's just make a trilogy. We'll talk about all 3 and compare them, and which ones do I like, because eventually, in my opinion, okay, I don't think you should own all 3, okay? I think that this video is for those that are on the fence about Interlude Man, and you're now choosing between the 3. The OG 53 as well as Black Iris. So that's my purpose of this video, is to tell you guys more about these 3 and to give you guys some pointers on maybe what to buy if you have never you know, gone into Interlude Man and you're thinking about buying either of the 3. Okay, so let's start off with the original Interlude Man, and then we'll branch out a little bit from here. Okay, so the original Interlude Man, when we talk about Interlude Man, when we hear about it online, the thing that we hear about is beast. Okay, this one here is a beast. This one performs like crazy. This one has insane monstrous sillage, projection, everything, right? And that's true though, but I don't want to look at it from that point of view. Okay, if you are buying Interlude Man, okay, I'm telling you this, guys, make sure you're buying it because you are looking for something new and unpredictable. Okay, because that's what this fragrance is. Okay, this fragrance, Interlude Man, is not for those that, want a very comfortable, predictable rotation. And that's not a knock on anybody that does that. I mean, definitely that's fine because you can, sort of predict the outcome when you're wearing this socially. But Interlude Man is none of that. So many will say that this fragrance is for the brave and the bold, and that is actually true, okay? So if you are looking for something that is complex and different, definitely Interlude Man is your thing, okay? And also, just speaking about the performance, this fragrance is a great performer, and that it also cuts through the cold, so it's actually perfect for the winter weather. I mean, if I did have a top 10, I don't usually do top 10s, but if I did have a fall winter top 10, Interlude Man would have been like top 5 or top 10 easily. So speaking of uniqueness, okay, the reason why this fragrance is unique is because of the opening. The opening here, I think, is not as hyped as the beastliness of this perfume or the incense part, but in my opinion, the opening is quite unique, and that's actually very important to me, okay? When I buy fragrances, I actually don't like fragrances that redeem themselves in the end, when the dry down is like oh so good, but the first part of the notes are just it's just okay. So with Interlude Man, guys, the opening will give you a great start, okay? Will give you quite an impression when you spray Interlude Man. The opening notes, you're going to have some bergamot, which is some zesty bergamot, and I've said this a million times, when a fragrance starts off with bergamot, it's basically more elegant and classy. You already know that that's the vibe of it, okay? That's how I equate bergamot in many perfumes. And then after the bergamot, probably within 10 minutes, you're going to have pimento, which is basically a hot, fiery pepper note. And then eventually you're going to get the star of the show, which is the spice of oregano, okay? And oregano is the most unique one, okay? Once the oregano kicks in, you know that you're wearing something totally unique. It definitely adds an herbaceous, spicy touch to Interlude Man, but I guarantee you there are no other fragrances that smell like this, okay? And then this fragrance eventually heads into frankincense and myrrh territory, okay? And what's really interesting here is how Amouage turned frankincense and myrrh, which is usually, I mean, you can smell that in a church, but they basically turned it into something contemporary and magical and sensual. And again, this sets up this elegant and classy vibe, okay? With the frankincense and myrrh, there's definitely that sensual, graceful touch in this perfume. Because really, when you guys spray this, okay, and you feel the beastly nature of Interlude Man, I mean, for me, my first impression was that, man, this is a macho perfume. And of course, later on, you'll get notes like leather too. So to me, this is a very masculine and macho fragrance, but then with the gracefulness of frankincense, with the sensuality of frankincense, because you've got that added element right there, it sort of like smoothens the rough edges of the alpha male or the macho guy, okay? So I really like it. It's such a great combination. Now headed towards the dry down, guys, this fragrance totally affirms that dark smoky nature with the addition of agarwood smoke, which really just intensifies your incense right here on the mid, okay? So you've got agarwood smoke, which is, I mean, for those that are thinking about the oudi aspect of this, I mean, really, in my opinion, when it comes to Interlude Man, this one focuses more on the smoke, okay? The woody, the dark woody aspect, as well as smoke. All right, so you could say it would be similar to tossing a bunch of gaiac wood in there. Okay, so it's more on the smoke, more on intensifying the incense, like I said. And then you've got sandalwood as well, okay, to intensify the woody nature of this fragrance. And then you've got patchouli. Patchouli is an interesting addition to the dry down notes, absolutely wonderful. And then you've got that leather, which is, I think, perfectly paired in this fragrance. I mean, it does stand out. You will smell that leather right there. But I mean, all it does really is set up the dark, smoky nature, woody, smoky nature of this fragrance. It just adds to that dark aspect of this. To sum it up, Interlude Man for me is a very masculine, macho perfume, okay? For those that want to impose themselves, if you add the performance, the beastliness of Interlude Man, I mean, you're definitely gonna do it, okay? If you want to impose yourselves with that masculine vibe, Interlude Man is basically it. However, because of the magical notes of incense and myrrh and the other notes, basically what this does is it smoothens those rough edges of the super masculine macho guy, okay? It adds some elegance, classiness that, I mean, is really prominent here in this perfume. Is this mature to me? Yes, I think so. And I don't mean old as in the age, okay? I think that if you are the type of person that has a lot of experience in life, a lot of depth in your character, I think that Interlude Man is the perfect one, the perfect perfume that will actually go with your personality, okay? So I don't mean it's the age, I really mean it's more of like life experience and depth and knowledge. You know, once you've amassed a lot of those in life, I think that Interlude Man is a celebration of it, okay? When you come out there and you face the people, you know, they're going to smell something truly unique, okay? And does it smell bad? No, I think it smells good, but I think that Interlude Man matches a certain character, okay? Even the outfit, everything, you know, like it's gotta match that, okay? And so I really can't imagine like a younger guy with like a bright polo wearing this. I mean, I think to wear Interlude Man, you gotta wear a nice, you know, wool coat, maybe any type of like a dark fall winter outfit, layered outfit, I think would work very well when you're wearing this as well, because you definitely want some sort of congruency. Okay, so let's look into Interlude Man Black Iris right here. So this one came out last year. This one also has a lot of the similar notes with Interlude Man, but a couple of differences. Number one, this opens with violet. Okay, so this one opens with violet, and then because it opens with violet, the natural progression of that is iris on the mid notes. Okay, but basically this fragrance has almost everything that Interlude Man has. It's just a nice violet opening, and then of course you get to experience iris right in the middle. Okay, this one for me, I will say this one is for the younger lover of Interlude Man. Okay, if I had to choose between both of these, I would definitely choose Black Iris, okay? And I consider myself right in the middle, okay? Not too young, not too old. And so this one matches my personality a lot because there's still that, you know, mass appealing nature of violet right here, as well as that iris, okay? So when it comes to social engagements, I mean, I definitely would like to come off as mature and macho and all of that, but also, I mean, there's a more contemporary, youthful part here thanks to the violet and the iris, okay? So definitely, if you are a younger guy and you do like Interlude Man, I would say try this out first, because in the end, you might buy this, okay? So I like this better than the original. Now, let's talk about 53. So 53, maybe this is the reason why you watch this video, is because you want to hear my thoughts on 53. Such an interesting release last year, okay? Out of nowhere, priced twice as much as the normal Interlude Man right here with 53. And you've got a higher oil concentration, okay? So 53% oil, I believe less of anything synthetic is placed in here. And then this was also aged for 6 months. But the thing you're gonna notice if you really look into it is that this one still has the same notes as the original Interlude Man. Same exact notes. So you're probably wondering, well, is there really any type of difference, okay? To me, there is, but it's actually very slight, okay? The thing you'll notice here with Interlude Man 53 is that it is not as, you could say, scratchy or loud as the original Interlude Man, okay? And that's because they did take out a lot of those maybe synthetic parts of Interlude Man, okay? It is actually, and a lot of people will say this, it's a lot more smoother than the original Interlude Man. Now, when it comes to this oil concentration, because there are less of the synthetic additives, I believe less alcohol too, here in this fragrance, not only do you get a smoother version, but it's actually a more tamed version than the original, okay? So for those that are, you know, thinking about the beast mode nature of Interlude, this one here doesn't disappoint, but I'm just saying that it is not as loud as the original Interlude Man. So you can say that this one here is a smoother, more tamed version of the Blue Beast, okay? But it does have the same notes, okay? So you will get to experience these same notes. Some will say that because it's a higher concentration, you will get to smell the notes better, or they're more intensified in the oil version. I mean, I can't really tell, to be honest. I mean, trying both, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Interlude Man. It's just a smoother version, which is less volatile thanks to a higher oil concentration, okay? Does it change? No, it's the exact same thing, okay? Just with minor nuances. So let's talk about my suggestion when it comes to purchasing, okay? So again, if you're looking for a mature version, the most mature version, then definitely it has to be the OG Interlude Man, okay? This one is more mature. This one comes out just the same, classy, elegant, but again has a lot of character in it. And again, make sure you're buying this because you're looking for something different, okay? Black Iris, like I said here, is for the youthful peeps, someone that wants the addition of violet and iris to maybe, you know, turn this mature scent into something more, even more contemporary or something more modern. I think Black Iris definitely is what you should get. And Interlude 53, guys, the only reason I would buy this is if I didn't have any Interlude Man perfumes in my collection and I have some extra money in the bank. Okay, like definitely, I mean, there is a huge population in the fragrance world of people that do collect limited edition bottles, limited releases, and I would say that, I mean, if you are going to buy Interlude Man and you do have some extra money, then definitely get this one right here because it's a limited release. I think the bottle looks the best out of the three, so you know, that would be my only reason. But to double up, if I did have the original Interlude Man, do I need this? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. Unless I'm really that big of a fan that I would want to smell the smoother version, so to speak, you know. But, I mean, it's kind of redundant to own the original and this one. But you can own Black Iris and this one. Okay, so you can also own Black Iris and the original Interlude Man or 53 because in my opinion those have, you know, two different initial blasts. So it would be nice to own both of them if you can, okay? Ultimately, all three though end up with the standard Interlude Man mid to dry, in my opinion, okay? Like, you're gonna get the Iris, sure, but at the end of the day, I mean, you will still get the oregano, you know, you will still get the incense, you will still get that opopanax, the leather, you know, the smoke. You're gonna get all of them. So, truly, I mean, having all three is great, but I think that, you know, it's okay to just have one. Okay, so hopefully this video right here will help you guys choose the one for you, because I don't think you need to own three, really. I mean, unless you're that big of a fan. But I mean, even for me, it's not humanly possible to even finish one whole 100 ml bottle of Interlude Man. Like, it's not possible within a year or 2 years. I think in 3 years, you know, as I'm speaking here through my channel, I'm sure I'll be like, yeah, it's still here, you know, Interlude Man's still here, because really, I mean, you don't even need to spray a lot of it too. So, you know, you just need one bottle, to be honest. So it's up to you guys, okay? Now, do you own Interlude Man? If you do, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Interlude Man, okay? And do you own all three? That would be crazy, like 3 full bottles. If you own all 3 bottles, I would like to know who you are and what your feedback is on owning all 3 bottles. That would be crazy. That's like what, $800 or more worth of Interlude Man. Oh man, I would love to hear from you guys, okay? And if you don't like it as well, let me know in the comments. Do you have any horror stories? Do you have any beast mode stories of Interlude Man? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd love to hear them as well. Now, if you like fragrance comparisons, I will link that playlist at the end of the video, as well as some other Amouage fragrances I did review. I mean, I know you guys love Overture Man, so I did make a review on that one, Reflection Man, and others. I will link them at the end of the video, guys, okay? And if you are down with Amouage and you love fragrance comparisons, make sure to hit like and subscribe. We are growing. We're headed to 6K, hopefully very soon. And I really do want to thank you guys for liking, supporting, commenting. I read the comments each and every day. I love them, okay? I love you guys, okay? And of course, watching the ads helps us procure these samples and bottles for you guys. So make sure you guys watch the ads when you can. It's only 10 seconds or 20 seconds, I believe, okay? So until then, this is Troy D. Have a great day. Until the next video, I'll see you guys yet again. Take care.